Hello and welcome back to Kraise Gaming Presents Vampire. Now, we've gotten to level 14. We're starting to get a little bit way through the main event, through the main storyline. But what I want to do in this episode is deal with a couple of the... Yeah, there we go. So that's been done. That's been done. I want to do this one now, because we are leveled up enough to do it. Let's have a look at some of our stats. So 5 stamina used per second while walking. So yeah, that's if we're going to be invisible. Okay. Okay. Bang, bang, bang. Yep. Easy. Okay, so we're looking for... Oh, these guys are a little harder. That should finish him off. Bang. Okay. Yep, clearly we are at good enough level to come across here. Okay. This is the guard tower. These guys have been spying on Thelma in the hospital. Oh yeah. Chomp. Okay. What have we got around here? Okay, so report about Pembroke. Sir, I have observed the Pembroke Hospital for 2 weeks now, and we can confirm vampire activity there. First, we have proof of the presence of female elites inside the hospital. The Beast is clever. She acts like a mental patient to hide her true unholy condition. I personally sneaked inside the hospital, and I heard the creature whining about her need for blood since her body is decaying. But it gets worse. The administrator of Pembroke Hospital is Dr. Swansea. According to our team leader, Amanda Tilton, who died yesterday in a fight against a skal by the canal, he may have been a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. If that's true, then there may be something big going on at Pembroke. Maybe even a nest of vampires. Protected by those bloody traces of the stole. We don't know what to do, but we are convinced you better come quickly with reinforcements and heavy gear. Oh, lovely. And we picked up a weapon. Pyramid stake. Okay. Box of pills, small balls. Bullets. Don't need them. Bullets. shotguns. Salicine. Alcohol. Quinine. Okay, good. All useful things. So, what now? Just that one. Ah, reassure Thelma. Okay, fine. Back to the hospital then. I think life has improved for this game now that I've got the two-handed weapon. I didn't really want to use human weapons if at all possible, but yeah, you can't get around it.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Do we have anything new for you? No.
I have made inquiries about the men who were tracking you, Miss Howcroft.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they hunting me down?
It was a misunderstanding.
It was a misunderstanding. These hunters were in fact looking for a very different creature, but they mistakenly put their sights on you.
I knew it. I have become undone. Those hunters have discovered me, but they don't know what I'm capable of.
If you'll accept some advice from a petty mortal, I think you should assume a low profile and just quietly disappear into the shadows.
You are right. And you have served me well, mortal. Take this as a reward for your time.
What do you have?
Perhaps I will allow you to drink deep of my blood. One day.
Thank you. I'll
What's
keep
your
that
rich blood
proposition
sample?
in mind.
Fair enough.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed. Blood is the only drug I need.
2000 XP for her. Okay.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Okay. Let's have a chat with this guy, see if he's got anything
Good evening,
new.
Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Yes.
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Let's go and talk to Dr. Ackroyd. I want to see if I can get a resolution to this particular argument. There he is.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Don't care.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you want
wish
it?
to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
If you are going to lead this surgery, I'm trusting you to assume the consequences of your actions, whatever the result.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
Oh, I don't know.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
A lot of this game is this.
Thank you for your time.
Finding all of the
We'll talk
connections
later.
between people. And they are very closely connected, but... Okay. Fatigue. This guy, we've got another clue unlocked. Let's go and find him.
Circumstances, I'm willing to give
I
you the
will
benefit
not
of
let
the
you down,
Good evening, Doctor.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Yeah, just spoken to him. That's fine. Where's the guy with the burnt face?
I wish I could be
Who's
sick.
that? Oh, ambulance driver. That's fine. Let's talk to you.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Right.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave.
Oh, he lied.
It was an accident.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
Tell me what really happened.
Yeah.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
That's pretty harsh.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Who's treating you?
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Huh, yeah, I'm sure you are.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Goodbye
that's
for
it
now,
for him.
Mr. Elwood.
Hearing disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the
Okay,
fever.
who else have we got to talk to? Him, apparently. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the quests that we have. Thorough Strickland's order. Okay, follow the road. That's fine. Now, okay, so...
Don't come closer.
Oh, you two are gonna die.
It's on. What's happening to him? He's dead.
Huh, so are you. Okay.
Steady, boys. Got one of them here.
Okay. Dead, dead, and dead. Oh, yes, of course, this bit. Now, this bit, a few episodes ago, I just got my ass handed to me again and again. I don't think I'm going to have the same problem this time. That's alright. He's a tricky git. Yeah, this guy's well tricksy. And he's dead. God, blimey, that took ages. But I am completely out of blood. Dr. Strickland's list. Ordered by Dr. Thoreau Strickland, Pembroke Hospital, list of substances and ingredients. Okay, medical opium, fine.
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
Well, whoever was on it probably didn't complain. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, so as I said, that last time I went down there, that guy kicked my ass, and even at level 14, he was fairly difficult. And now I haven't got any blood. I need to find something or someone. Not that that's too difficult around here. Yep, there you go. Victims. Good.
Let's see how it likes a bit of fire.
Nice. Chomp. Soon dead.
Pay for this!
Yep, you can die. Okay, now we're all good. Okay, left and round. Done. So yeah, at the start of the game, you know, blood is a bit of an issue. The enemies are a lot harder than they look. And there's, you know, from what you're doing, there's actually very few of them. But yeah, a little bit later on, you're alright. Pointless going up there. Upstairs. How do we get upstairs?
But the suffering continues.
That way. Okay, so details. Tell what happened to Thor Strickland. Who to?
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Yes.
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad news. People are so desperate they're ready to burgle a shop for drugs.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headaches you're trying to cure.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison without the correct dosage? Then there are the legal ramifications.
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed? However, if you would agree to improve it, I'd be glad to accept your help.
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiments, I may try to gather these substances, and even
I've already got 'em.
improve upon the mixture.
That's all I'm asking for, Dr. Reed. That's all I'm asking.
I want to know about these secret tests you run, and if they can save people from this epidemic. Speak to me now, Thoreau.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following your
Just a
steps,
little bit.
Dr. Reed. I'm casting away the shadows of ignorance by daring to face them.
Self-confidence is essential in our line of work, my young colleague, but only if tempered with the correct amount of cynicism.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr. Reed. I've read all your articles and books. You performed the most daring research during the war.
You've got my support.
You have my support, Dr. Strickland. I know exactly what it feels like to battle an unknown disease, with only your mind and force of will to help you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You don't know what that means to me.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Good. Okay. So
I can't
now
let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect.
let's find out. Okay. Yeah, and again with the, you know, we've got an awful lot of the ingredients now. It's hard to run out of them. Okay, so bring 1 unit of sodium hypochlorite. Do I not have that? Yes, I do. Okay, so let's have a look at this again. Ferrous tetrate. Okay. Don't think we have that yet. Ferrous tetrate. Ah, we've got 56. I think we've literally got everything that he's asking for. Okay. Oh, there.
Strickland's
There you go.
project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd. The flower's dying. It needs water.
No idea how to water that flower. Right, let's go and give this potion to... Personally, I would have just given him what he asked for. There he is.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I have managed to improve the mixture by diluting it. Have you ever heard of Sir Joseph Francis Olive, or the placebo effect?
No, I don't think so. Why?
A placebo is a substance or procedure that has no actual physical effect.
You made a placebo of my project. Why?
Research has established that a placebo, as long as the subject believes in the effect, can provoke a positive physiological reaction.
Really? That's fascinating. And you want me to, what, administer the placebo and see what occurs?
Something like that, yes.
Well, I'm a bit surprised, but I trust you, Dr. Reed. Please take the key to my cabinet and put this placebo there for future use.
Good, okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
As for me, what a blundering idiot. How...
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr.
Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Let's find his office.
Good evening, sir.
There we go. I did wonder when we were going to get in here.
It's locked.
At least Strickland can't kill anyone with this formula.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Mr. Garbeck's medical file. The patient shows many signs of extreme fatigue and major sores on the throat, mouth and tongue, but no sign of flu. Refuses to speak. Needs rest and healing of throat mucous membrane before any decision can be made concerning his release. Which is absolutely fair enough. Dr. Swansea. Dear Dr. Swansea, despite the actual urgency of the sanitation situation, I must inform a recent case of professional misconduct inside Pembroke. Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan has been found guilty of undeniable unprofessional conduct and thus guilty of endangering a patient. Under no circumstances should a nurse diagnose or establish a prescription without at least informing reference doctor about her conclusion. You know me, Agra. I'm not against social initiative, but when it is for the interest of all, especially during a crisis like the one we are facing. Fair enough. But we can't allow a nurse to perform a diagnosis and decide on the procedure to apply to a patient. The fact that said patient survived is no attenuating circumstance. It just means that we dodged the bullet this time. I demand the strictest authority on this matter. Yeah, fair enough. Locked. Okay. This game does require an awful lot of running around from place to place, truthfully. Now we need to find the nurse. And him.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your time.
Oops, sorry, wrong one.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish
No.
to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
Okay.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Yeah, this is what a lot of the game is, talking to people. All these people in particular.
Daily routine.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Don't need to talk to you, I think.
Goodbye,
Yeah, don't
Nurse
think so.
Hawkins.
Wrong person.
Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect.
I'm going to talk to her again, stop that.
The pain. It's here again.
Is she out here? Yeah, there she is. Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
According to the report I read, your unprofessional conduct put a patient in danger, Gwyneth.
That's not true. I know when my patient's life is at risk, and I'm more competent than a lot of doctors that I know. Problem is, I'm a woman.
I don't see what your gender has to do with your abilities, nurse.
Yes, nurse. Because I'll never be a doctor, no matter what my skills. I could make a decision that could save a life, but oh no, that's unbecoming conduct.
You have my support.
Elizabeth Blackwell. She was the first woman listed on the UK medical register. Change is slow, but it will come. And you will always have my support.
To have the right to study shouldn't be determined by sex, skin, or wealth. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. And I agree wholeheartedly.
Goodbye, nurse.
Still,
Call
what
me
does
if
it have
you
to
need
do with
assistance.
anything?
Perhaps I should.
Okay.
The offer from that Callaghan
Let's go and speak to Swansea. Or might as well speak to him while he's here.
Good evening, Dr. Tibbets.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Well, hopefully.
Nurse Brannigan has been recently accused of neglecting her professional duties. Tell me what you really think about it.
This kind of protest is nothing but elitist bullshit. I trust Nurse Brannigan with my life. She has what it takes to be a great doctor.
Do you really think she could be the next Elizabeth Blackwell?
Believe me, Dr. Reed, a time will come when skill and skill alone will determine who can be a physician and who cannot.
Yeah, you're right. Oh,
Goodbye,
that's it for
Dr.
you.
Tibbets.
Okay, Swansea. At least also get the story going a little bit.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes, I have.
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
I may turn London into my realm. Yeah. Not this run through. Maybe another.
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the common factor in all of this.
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but imagine the possibilities.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you.
Another issue you want me to sort out?
Bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
I need to talk to you, Edgar.
Please do so.
Okay, so
do you know anything about the vampire hunters in the East End?
Without a doubt, it's the Guard of Prewen. Zealots to the last man.
where do they come from?
Where do they come from?
Once they shared the Brotherhood's ideology on non-intervention, but they concluded vampires were a scourge.
Which is fair play, really.
They're definitely well organized and equipped.
They're extremely dangerous and not to be trifled with. To them, you're a feral beast, and I, your accomplice.
So you manage a hospital financed by a vampire?
Yes, Pembroke was founded by Lady Ashbury. She's also our largest donor.
Oh yeah, I gathered that.
A
Convenient.
convenient yet expensive way to have a fresh supply of blood on hand, day and night, don't you think?
All vampires drink blood by nature. Me, I praise the lady's exemplary moral fiber.
If I
Good
may
question.
inquire,
How'd you meet?
How did you meet her?
Well, Jonathan, she sought me out and offered me the position. It's been a very profitable partnership for both parties.
Nurse Crane will not be returning to Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, really? Did something happen? She seems such a very capable woman.
She was the one that blackmailed
Lady
her.
Ashbury. Thought she was murdering patients as some sick upper-class game.
Nurse Crane was playing a dangerous game. She's lucky Lady Ashbury abhors violence.
Yes.
We'll talk later.
Okay, so we're up to date with him. Right. Must admit, I'm not entirely sure where to go from here.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral.
Yeah, that sucks a bit.
Mary.
Right. Okay.
I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Whoops. Huh. These guys kicked the crap out of me in previous episodes. totally gonna eat you. Right. Oh, one more. Didn't see him. That was the same guy, just, yeah. Now you. He must have killed me God knows how many times.
Oh my god! He's so fucking fast!
I do. Let's check the bin out and then. Okay.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Yeah, you do. You did it. You own it. Yeah, I'm dealing with it, love. Okay. Who are you?
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Xiaoxun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
Okay.
Shouldn't you go back home, where you'll be safe?
Maybe later. But for now, I need to talk to my husband at the cemetery, Mr. Reed.
Yeah, okay. Splat. See, the thing about this particular weapon is it allows you to beat them a few. And then you can eat them to get some stamina back and carry on with the beating. Unless that happens, of course. Good, okay. Where am I? 37 that way. Where am I going? Yeah, not that way. Fine. Ah, that's better. That way. Okay.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony. My mother would die if she were to see me in this state. I must wait.
am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth
Terrible
and believeth
situation.
in me
Your
shall
sibling's
never
funeral.
die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Ah, I think this was part of the
Oh, Mary.
trailer.
What have I done? If I could be changed one thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
Yes, I do remember this. This was part of the trailer.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
I wish the tears would come. But I'm empty.
You would be. You're a
feel
vampire.
a hypocrite.
Let your pain run free, Jonathan. Don't smother it. What you feel is your humanity. Don't be so quick to lose it.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
Yep.
I'm learning. Every night is a new lesson. What I am, what I must do to survive. But my sister, she shouldn't have suffered because of my weakness.
It wasn't
Don't you
weakness, mate.
see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
I'm
not
not
a
religious.
religious man. You should know that.
This is not about you forgiving yourself. This is for her. This is you telling Mary how sorry you are.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Okay. Let's go back to the go there. Go to our nearest rest point. See, these guys are just a pain now. That blood spatting everywhere. Lovely. Yeah, you don't got much XP for eating those guys, or beating them
And
up.
off to church he goes, a newborn seeking
Hello,
divine
who's this?
consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Blimey, look at the size of him.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
Bring it, bitch. Bring it.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Relive! It's on to us! We have to stop it!
Two birds, one stone. Okay, so that's the church is where I need to go. A small flower bouquet with a voucher for a free medical checkup hidden between the flowers. Nice. Ah, Camilla's the one doing it. I wonder if she had her tongue cut out or something.
You look so pale.
Oops. That way. Okay, so yeah, the majority of this episode, a lot of walking around, talking to people. Combat has become very fast. Okay, never mind that. Combat has become very fast-paced and simple. Okay. Good handle part, still need. Okay. Let's rest up, see if we can do anything. I think, do you know what? I think I'm going to save all of my XP for now, for a few levels. For a few days anyway. But, yeah. But I'm going to need to leave it there because I need to run. Thank you ever so much for... Oh, okay. Ah. Ah, right, okay. So the stars at the bottom are how many... Oh, okay. heard of her, but we've unlocked something at least. 2 for him. Not met him yet. Okay, so yeah, thank you very, very much for joining me on that last episode. Truthfully, it's kind of hard to kind of keep these episodes as interesting as I might like, and only because it's just an awful lot of talking and running around. But we'll see what happens in the next episode. Thank you very much for joining me, and do join me for the next one. Take care now. Bye bye.